Okay, it's 1:12 in the morning, and I just finished talking to a very depressed gay friend. Um, this entire week has actually been a week of long conversations for me. Number one, yung internet nagka-problema. So, I had the opportunity to actually get out of the internet and engage in like phone calls, no? Pero yun nga, the signal is still not good. And yun, when my internet came back, yun, I started doing conversations again. Like today. Okay, so nung Thursday, I had the talk with a fellow educator. Sige, I'll not just not give details na basta just to say na we talked for 8 hours. Okay? At introverted to ha. Pero kinausap niya ako for 8 hours. So, educator siya. May academic break sila ngayon. And sabi lang niya, na-miss daw niyang makipagkwentuhan. Kasi nga, yung demand nung university sa learning ngayon talagang prohibits them from actually really engaging in conversations. Dahil sobrang dami ng trabaho. Then this morning, I was talking to a relative who had two failed relationships. One is yung first one is failed marriage, and the other one is an attempt to create a new family, and then it also failed at the same time. He's going through some panic attacks as well. So I decided to talk, and then I also had a 3 hour conversation with two Gen Zers, no, two university students. One is a film student in CEU, and another is a psychology student from PUP. Both are both are really talented and promising young people. Tapos, ako na yung nag end ng conversation, ayaw pa nila. Nabitin pa sila, no? And then ito na nga, yeah. I ended the day with talking to this really depressed gay friend. Started with a chat, him telling me he want to quit everything. So I sent a reply, a chat reply, and then usually he's the one who starts the call. Kasi ibig sabihin yun, he wants to talk. Kasi I don't normally engage or parang initiate na you want to talk ganyan unless lalo na kapag ganyan, no, na medyo sensitive. I am not a professional counselor, but this has been my life for for the last 8 months, like during the pandemic, listening to people and being in conversations with people who are, I don't want to call them problematic or broken, or let's just say like people like me. I like I also went through what they also went through, which gave me more or less, the ability to empathize and to engage in conversations. And kaya nga hindi, instead na mag-rant ako, I used to post on social media mga statements ko on a lot of things. But lately, especially itong year na to, nag-iba yun. Ang mga post ko last year, so, may mga shares siya, ang daming engagement, ganyan. Ngayon, hindi masyado, and I perfectly understand. Ngayon kasi nakikita ko, as I talk with these people, I'd rather spend my time talking to them rather than, like posting my rant and uh, answering answering chatbots and worse, mga troll, no? Or people who can't even give me more than 5 minutes and then want me to listen to them and assume that I can understand their worldview in a quick exchange of chats or comments in the comment sections. I I am currently reading a book called Pedagogy of the Oppressed. It's a classic by Pablo Freire. Pedagogy means teaching, education. O yan, basta yung similar na words na yan, of the oppressed, no? So it's education of the oppressed. And in one way or another, lahat tayo ay oppressed. No, iba-iba lang yung form, iba-iba lang yung circumstances, but all of us are oppressed. And I think nakaka-relate ako doon sa sinasabi ng libro na the moment you prevent a person from engaging in this process of inquiry, you're actually dehumanizing a person. Sige, parang sige, lest I become lest I misquote, no? Sabi niya dito, any situation in which some individuals prevent others from engaging in the process of inquiry is an act of violence. Pag hindi nakakapag-inquire yung tao, it's actually an act of violence. And sometimes, like when you post something on social media and then instead of it engaging, allowing a person to engage in a process of inquiry, nagiging siyang parang arena for battle. Yun, nagiging nga talaga siyang act of violence. And sabi niya, the means used are not important. But to alienate human beings from their own decision-making is to change them into objects. What I observed in the social media platform lately, I'll post my opinion, I'll post my view, at wala akong pakialam kung saan yung pinanggagalingan mo. Basta ang mahalaga sa akin, pakinggan mo yung views ko. Okay? And that alienates people. Ang isa sa mga profound na nabasa ko about alienation or loneliness, hindi yung lonely ka dahil mag-isa ka. I think there's a deeper form of loneliness where you're with a group of people yet you still feel excluded. Kahit kasama mo na yung mga taong yon, you feel that you don't belong. And I think that's a deeper sense of loneliness that's happening right now. And like seeing people on social media na parang, okay, this person agrees with this person and this person agrees with this person. It's like a group of people. It's like a create ng mga parang high school, cliques. And then, if you do not subscribe to this group, and if you subscribe to this group, hindi ka na pwede dito sa grupo na to. And if you do not subscribe to any of those groups, that leaves you excluded. And I think that's a deeper form of loneliness and alienation that's happening right now, because parang yun nga, we are preventing people from making their own choice. Nagbasa ko kanina ng article from Harvard Business Review. It's called An Artificial Intelligence. It's saying something about like how it's impossible for a certain type of intelligence to be invented that could actually be smarter than the human brain. Kasi ang argument nga niya, I like how he defines the brain in the article. Na sabi niya, the brain is like a community of citizens wherein you make new friends, you make alliances, you learn new things, and it happens in such great speed no, that it changes so fast. Kaya walang, and there's no such thing as yung parang tag dito yung neuroelasticity na tinatawag na a brain suddenly creates a certain pattern. No. Ang bilis ng transition ng brain, no? So it's impossible for you to actually create a certain form of artificial intelligence that could actually be smarter than the brain. So, iniisip ko, yung mga algorithms on social media, yes, they can predict the patterns of the human brain, but I think the human brain is still faster, especially when we start using it in conversations and in dialogues. A lot of things spark better when we talk, no? Rather than when we rely on the algorithms of social media. Tapos, hence, kung ganun yung argument, kung ganun yung kanyang kinocontest or sinasuggest dun sa article, ang mas mahalaga pala kaysa yung ang term niya is kasi kapag ang paniniwala mo is may pattern na madaling masundan yung brain, ang ginagawa mo, nagta-transfer ka lang ng knowledge instead of teaching people how to think. And what the writer there in the Harvard Business Review is proposing is that instead of transferring knowledge or information, we must teach people how to think. No? And yun nga, sobrang related siya dun sa binabasa ko na Pedagogy of the Oppressed. And sobrang related siya ngayon dun sa ginagawa ko ngayon na mga conversations. Kasi napaka-delikado para sa akin, no, ng single narrative. Napaka-delikado sa akin na you post something and then expect people to get the whole picture with just 140 words or a photo or a 3-minute video. Kaya nga isa pa yan may tanong din sa akin na parang, ate, bakit ang haba naman ng mga vlogs mo, like 15-minute you talk, ganyan. I'm now running on a 12-minute 30-second clock here. Pero kasi I can never really understand a person with just, a single post. And ang nangyayari dito, kapag ganun, we are preventing each other from becoming humans. And a person is more than their social media posts. 'Di ba? Alam naman natin 'yun eh. Pero why can't we not alter that? No? Kasi nga tayo din, takot din tayo na umalis sa ganung sphere. We need to trust each other. And sabi niya dito ni Pablo Freire, no one can be authentically human while he prevents others from being so. Okay? So, if I keep on posting stuff na pwede nyong i-consume lang yung mga information ko, I am preventing you from becoming human. Because I do not hear any inquiry from you. You don't undergo process of inquiry and trying to get things para maintindihan niyo yung mga bagay-bagay in a deeper manner. And in the process, yun, I'm turning other people into objects, and you're also turning me into objects. And that's such a sad reality about what's going on right now with this whole social media thing. And then, I wish to talk more about the dialogue later, siguro sa susunod na vlog. Pero, I hope we can keep conversations coming instead of just relying on the posts of other people. Kasi there is more to a person than just their social media post. And let us allow them to be human by not creating assumptions just on one social media post. So go ahead, be brave, chat, call, and arrange a conversation date. Okay? Sige. While me, I'll go to sleep. And I would say this has been a very meaningful week for me. Okay? Good night. Magandang gabi. Ingat po kayo lahat.